Hello there, it's me, Stu, and welcome. Today, I want to talk to you about a new research study that was just recently conducted and the results of that study, because they're very, very important as it relates to you and I, especially if we have a business, like if we are authors, speakers, influencers, experts. If we are in the expert or influencer space, you'll want to hear out because this research study was conducted by a firm over in the UK. And essentially what they did was they surveyed 2,000 people and they asked them what people's plans were during the quarantine. And so of all of these people that were surveyed, the results in terms of what people had planned to do during the quarantine was pretty fascinating. In fact, I printed it out. You can see my highlights here. I want to talk to you about them. Again, this was a research study done by, commissioned by Lottoland, and it was sent out to 2,000 people. Now, interestingly enough, when I was reading the results of this, I couldn't help but smile because it validated a lot of what we are seeing in our tribe community. We'll talk about some of this here in just a minute, but here's what was interesting. They said, okay, all in all, 60% of the respondents, 60%, said that they are planning on or had already started to do some kind of self-improvement activity. So this meant like they plan to master an instrument, plan to learn to paint, to write, to take up yoga, learn to garden, learn a new skill like cooking, like a new language, like coding, like starting a new business. So people were looking to use this time to improve themselves in some capacity, right? Now, what was even more interesting was as I went on, it says here on a positive note, 80% of the respondents are determined to find some silver lining in their days being spent inside. And I don't know if you're the case, if this is, if you're seeing yourself in these results, say that's me in the comments. Because I did, for me, like one of the things, I'm wearing my Peloton sweater today because I'm really proud. Like I have been super consistent on the Peloton since I've been stuck inside, and I just hit my 100th ride today, right? And so this is one of those things where, yeah, I can see people, looking for the silver lining. It goes on to say here in total, 69%, nearly 70% of the people want to leave the quarantine with some new skill. And 57% are looking forward to partaking in activities that they never would normally have time for. So let me read those two things again, because those are really important for all of us to listen to and hear. 69% of these 2,000 people that were surveyed, 69% of people want to leave the quarantine with some new skill. That's a really important stat because people want to be productive. They want to use this time. They don't want to sit idle and veg out on Netflix. They want to use this time. They want to be productive. They want to come out the other side of it better than when they went in it. 69% said they want to leave with a new skill. And 57% said that they are partaking in activities that they never normally have time for. And this is interesting because this survey, this research study, it validates so much of what we are seeing in the marketplace, particularly in our tribe communities, right? Like, for example, Levi Kajula, he has a membership site teaching people how to play the guitar. And a couple of weeks ago, I had a conversation with him where he was sharing, like, he was actually a little bit nervous to, look at his stats because he figured, okay, well, with the whole, quarantine and everything, that his numbers were likely going to drop. But in fact, his community manager, Allie, came to him and said, we just crossed a major milestone. And he's like, well, what do you mean? And she said, we just crossed 7,000 members. He's like, what? 7,000? So he went and looked at his stats. His sales have been tripling during this time. Why? Because of what the research has been saying. People want to use this time. So he teaches people guitar. People are picking up the guitar again, and they're using that time. And we saw it again with Emily Jeffords. She helps artists. She just finished a launch, welcomed 367 new members. We see it with Tamara Bennett. She just closed her launch. She welcomed 420 members, teaching people how to paint decorative door hangers. I just got a message this morning from Casey Hope, who just launched a brand new membership teaching kids art. And she welcomed 300 plus members into a brand spanking new membership. I saw a message this morning from Leland in our tribe community. She teaches people weight loss. She just welcomed 180 something new members, I believe, 187 new members, bringing her total up to 484 new total members. She teaches people weight loss because they want to use this time. They don't want to come out of the coronavirus weighing more. They want to come out of the coronavirus weighing less, being healthier. People want to use this time. And so we're seeing it in our tribe community. It's happening. We're seeing these membership sites that are booming, but it's validated by the research recently just released yesterday from the UK of 2,000 people who want to use this time. So again, some of the major stats that are really important. Number one, 80% of the respondents said they are determined to find a silver lining in their days being spent inside. 69% of them want to leave the quarantine with a new skill, and 57% of them are looking forward to partaking in activities that they never normally have time for. Now, the survey or the results go on, and the debrief goes on. It says, also, survey participants who are parents, 60% of them are also encouraging their children to learn new skills and self-improve during this downtime. So interesting, right? Because what kind of opportunities does that create? And we've been talking about this before, how now a new set of problems have emerged that are waiting for entrepreneurs to step right up and help solve those problems. One of the biggest problems of all is the fact that you got millions and millions of parents, with young kids, who have been thrust into becoming homeschooling teachers, right? And so most of us, 99% of us, we have no idea how to structure the day. We know we don't want our kids being on Netflix. We don't want them being on, iPads. But how do we structure the day so that they are productive, so they are learning, so they are moving forward? Well, we're just looking for somebody to help. This is where Anna Willis, she serves the homeschooling niche. She's seeing, a boom. This is where teachers that have membership sites that provide other teachers' lesson plans, like Anna DiGilio, like Patty Palmer, seeing an opportunity to be able to serve parents in a completely different way. And so I'm just sharing this, my friends, because when I read this study yesterday, I was just like, oh my goodness, this is the time. This is the time. If you are an expert, if you're an author, if you're a speaker, if you are have a experience in any area that you could share it and help others, this is the time to share it, right? This is the time. People want what you have. And so this is not a time to hold back. This is a time to show up and serve, my friends, because people are looking to use this time to be productive and to improve their lives. And so I'm sharing this because I see this comment here. I'm not sure who it's coming from, but I'll put it up on the screen here. Single moms have the money for membership right now. And I think part of it is like I know for me, and for us, being thrust into becoming, teachers, essentially, there are 1,000,001 free resources online. Yes, tons of free resources. But at the end of the day, we don't have time to sift and sort through all those free resources to find the few things that are going to be relevant and then put them in some kind of curriculum and structure the day. We just want it handed to us. We just want it to be given to us, right? And so, oftentimes we get wrapped up thinking, oh yeah, there's this and that. Listen, people just want somebody to help them make the most amount of progress in the shortest amount of time. And that does not mean sifting and sorting through millions of articles and free resources to find the few things that are going to be relevant. This means a plan that is handed over to parents to be able to cut through the noise, and to be able to create structure for their kids during the day. Speaking of which, hey, buddy. Hashtag working from home, you know? So I share it with you because this research is very, very exciting for all of us who are experts, influencers, who teach, who help people make progress in some area of their lives. Because here's what I can also tell you. We're seeing this too. Consumption rates are up. Engagement is up. Open rates and click-through rates are up. Downloads are up. Views are up. So I'm sharing all this with you because there's never been a time when more people are online than right now, and never been a time when people are spending more time online than right now. And so people are online. They're wanting to learn. They're wanting to improve themselves. They're wanting to use this time. My friends, now is the time to show up and serve. Great comment from the one and only Laura Phillips. You're solving very real problems, serving, not selling. Go serve. Exactly. This is not about like hiding. This is about showing up and serving. And people want it. They're hungry for it. They're looking for it. And it shows in webinar attendance. It shows in click-through rates. It shows in open rates. It shows in engagement. All of this stuff are healthy signs for us, along with the fact that ad costs are down. You know, our ad costs have dropped dramatically from roughly $2.50 to $3 a lead down to less than $1.60 per lead. So that just shows you what's happening right now. It is a great time to build your audience, to build your list, to show up and serve, and to especially help people inside of your memberships, your courses, and all of that stuff, because people are looking for it. All right, my friends, thanks for joining me. This was a quick one. I got to go finish cooking dinner for the kids. They're getting hungry. That was Sam. He's coming up. He's a little hangry. So duty calls. Anyways, you're awesome. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.